What is up, guys? Welcome back to the High Energy Bros Films channel, and today we are doing the Ki-44 review in realistic mode and historic mode. I couldn't find any good realistic mode games. This was like the only one I got, and I did get one on camera, but it didn't save for whatever reason. I was so upset about it. But we're back, high energy, everything. I'm feeling great. I'm actually really sore from wrestling, and I can't wait to get that video up for you guys because it's even more high energy. And I know how people like high energy on YouTube. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with this video. As you can see in the Ki-44, there was no sights. You just got that scope thing. Very hard to use, very hard to lead with. So you just got to picture a sight there. Just find out where your shots go and picture a sight. You also have to deal with bullet drop with this plane, so keep in mind about that. Very hard to land shots with, but once you do, you tend to do quite a lot of damage. We spotted our first bogey. Let's go check it out, and let's see what happens. Alright, so it looks like it's a head-on-head right here. Took some shots. P-47 we got, the premium, I don't know, P-47D right there. New damage model and everything. And something you'll notice with the new damage model, guys, you know, a lot of people think that they're pretty weak, but when it comes to higher caliber ammunition, they're actually pretty tanky. If you saw that right there, 40mm shot landed right on the wing. Real life would have blew that thing off, but with the new damage model, all you do is just lose that part of a plane. So you can take about 2 or 3 40mm in that P-47 over there, which is quite impressive, to be honest, considering that. And like that's like something a tank would fire, so it's kind of crazy. But yeah, so new damage model can take out those higher calibers pretty well. And right now this dude's just getting absolutely destroyed by my armaments right here. However, you got the new damage model and something goes weird with the dogfight and everyone just disappears or something. I don't know. So it looks like he's just smoking pretty hard and haven't been landing too many hits. I mean, we did get that 40mm hit, but you know, he survived it somehow. I honestly thought his wing would clip off or he'd catch on fire or something. If you have the old damage model and you get hit with the 40mm, you're pretty much just gonna catch on fire and go down. Oh no, he crashes in the ocean. Okay, he stalls out right there. He was trying to play an energy fight right there. Now, one thing you will notice with the Ki-44, and I see this a lot, especially when versing P-39s and P-40s, they will try to get you to overshoot. And to be honest, guys, it is really effective trying to force overshoots, because the Ki-44, it cannot go slow whatsoever. It stalls out way too easily. So with the P-40, if you just keep pulling hard lefts and rights, you'll actually do pretty well. So we got ourselves another plane over here. It looks like a P-40 maybe. Yeah, I think it's a Kitty Hawk. I don't know. It's kind of hard to see because on the phone you can't really see anything. But yeah, it looks like we got something over there. Yeah, definitely a P-40. Not the Kitty Hawk, I don't think. It's just a P-40. Yeah, so old damage model right here. I'm kind of out of 40mm, so that's a shame. And we're just going to crash in the ocean, it looks like. Yeah, can't really pull out of dives too well. Honestly, I thought I was going to pull out of that one, but it just didn't look like it was happening. Alrighty, so we got ourselves someone else over here. Another P-40. Another great day to dogfight. So let's go ahead and turn into him right here. The Ki-44 is pretty decent when it comes to turning. It'll outturn most American planes, but you will find yourself struggling to keep up with P-40s and P-40Cs and all the P-40s and P-39s especially. And looks like he's kind of just stalling out right here, and he leaves the game, which leaves me exposed because his buddy's right behind me and he's shooting me up right now. And this plane isn't especially tanky, so if you get hit quite a bit, stuff does end up going wrong, but it tends to be a bit more tanky than the Zero, I find. Zero, you just have wings snapping off left and right, but with this plane, you can actually kind of take it a little bit until your ailerons fall off, and then you decide not to fight back with the rudder because you're not out turning him anymore. And yeah, so that's kind of what goes on right here. I just keep turning and eventually just get shot down, and yeah, that's kind of what happened. And I figured, yeah, just go with it. Do I even have a rudder? No, my elevator's gone. So yeah, I was pretty much done anyways. But it's kind of cool that I got it in like third person. Alrighty, another great takeoff right over here. Oh shoot. Okay. Maybe we can land it. Oh! Yep, another great takeoff. Alrighty, so another brilliant takeoff over here. Try to go head on head, use my scope a little bit. Honestly, forget the scope, guys, on head on heads. Just use your, I don't know, just look where the tracers are going. Head on heads with this plane are a little bit tricky for me. Maybe I'll figure it out. I don't know. But I find that the plane can be quite effective with head on heads because of its high caliber, but you just got to be careful with it. Another head on head. Hit him with that 40mm, but then a really epic crash right there kind of happened. But yeah, I'm sure I would have got that kill if I didn't crash into him. Well, looky here. Yep, that's him over there. He's just, the flak's just chewing him up. I don't think they realize he's kind of dead. But yeah, that's where he's at. So we did get that kill. So anyways, we got another plane up here. Was it the same P-40 or something? I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and turn into it because that's what you do with this plane. You could energy fight with it, and it's actually a lot better to energy fight with it. But I figure I have my turning advantage, kind of maybe, or at least the fear that they'll be outturned or something. So they tend not to really turn fight with me too much, and it kind of gives me an advantage sometimes. I don't know. And what is it? P-40? Yeah, it looks like another P-40. It's the same guy probably. Yeah, it definitely is the same guy. So I'm on a 6 right now. He's kind of blowing stuff up, but I'm just trying to dogfight him. And, you know, I'm trying to land some shots on him. It looks like something hit him there, but definitely wasn't a 40mm. 40mm kind of run out really fast, so you got to be careful with how you use them. We're just hitting him with 12.7 right now, which, you know, is not really ideal. I mean, it doesn't do too much damage. And right here you can see him trying to force an overshoot, which will, of course, work. And I overshoot him and overshoot my bullets as well. And, yeah, he just doesn't get hit too much. But I'm going to go ahead and just dive right here because energy is very crucial with this plane. If you don't have energy, you're not going to really survive. And you can't really outrun American planes, but you can definitely outturn them and just try to keep your energy on the high, you know, and try to outclimb them maybe. I don't know. You just got to try some stuff, I guess. I wouldn't really recommend turning your flaps on too high because this plane will stall out going 300 kilometers an hour if you're turning. So, yeah, just try not to turn too hard or something. Energy fight is the best way to go with it. The fire rate's pretty slow with this plane, so it doesn't really work over here when you're just leading and then pulling down the trigger. I mean, a little bit's hitting them, but definitely not the 40mm because we're definitely out of those. And those things are really hard to hit with because they're wing mounted. And yeah, it's just tough with the wing mounted. And they also have bullet drops, so kind of gets a little tough. With the 12.7, you'll find that they'll be like one click lower than where you want them to go, or like on the scope. Doesn't go like right dead center. It's like one click or notch, whatever you call it, lower. I'm kind of stalling out right here, and I think, yeah, that's it. Yeah, so that wasn't a glitch or anything. It was just me cutting it out. But anyways, yeah, just another prime example of what happens when you hit them with the 40mm round. They keep on flying with their wing, but their flap falls off. Not flap, their aileron or aileron, whatever you want to call it. It fell off and we ended up ramming each other. He was alright. Well, we both died, but oh well. Yeah, so that's another prime example of the 40mm not getting that direct kill. I'm not too sure if it's like realistically it's supposed to snap off the wing or blow it off, but I do know a 40mm round can punch a hole in a tank, so I'd imagine that it's an explosive round. So I mean, I think it'd blow off the wing, right? I mean, I played War Thunder and it blew off the whole wing with the 47mm or whatever I used. 45. It was a 45mm with the Yak 9K. Yeah, that was just me stalling out again. Yeah, but I don't really know, guys. So let me know down in the comments below if a 40mm cannon from this plane could one-shot another. But anyways, just to show you the power of these 40mm cannons right here, I'm just lighting up this tank right here. And it looks like a good 4 or 5 or maybe even more, just like were direct hits on that tank. Now, I don't know why they decided to go wing mounted with these cannons. Maybe for recoil purposes or maybe to store more ammo, who knows. But they're not too accurate when they're there, and it makes it a little bit tougher to land shots. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and attack the top right here where the tank is less armored, and we get a few hits in there, and it seems to do the job right there. I'm not too sure how realistic the armor system is in Wings and Duty for planes and tanks, so I don't know if attacking a tank from the top has an effect on it or something, or if it does more damage. I actually don't really know, but if you guys know, let me know, because I want to know. Anyways, we got a Hudson over here, so it looks like that's going to be our next target. But you guys saw we destroyed like an M3 right there with 40mm cannons alone, which is quite awesome, because if you run out of bombs, you can still kill tanks. Alright, so this bomber over here, which is a Hudson, and it just takes like 3 or 4 40mm shots to its like right engine and wing. I think one of them actually hit like its rudder area. But even then, I thought that was pretty impressive for it to kind of take that many hits, especially when tanks, you know, are taking that many hits and are kind of, you know, really wounded, whatever. This thing lost an aileron, but I mean, it was pretty. Alright, so over here I'm going to be strafing this M3 over here, M3 Stewart I believe. So I'm just looking at it through the scope, and I'm taking shots at it with my 40 millimeters because the 12.7 won't penetrate it, but the 40 millimeter definitely will. Kind of tough to land those shots because they are wing mounted, so some shots are going too far left or right, but we do end up taking it down. It did take quite a lot of shots, but definitely worked out. Did get hit a little bit, but seemed to be flying all right. So these things do take out tanks pretty well. You might have a little bit more trouble with M4A2 Sherman or something that has like a lot more armor, but with the lighter tanks over there, it's not that bad. Alright, so this was a very prolonged dogfight, so I just cut to the chase right here, and kind of get the strafe right here, which takes him out pretty easily, but yeah, it was a very long dogfight, and he took a lot of hits. And we got some tanks down there, which we'll have to take out. Another person over here that we'll have to take out as well. And we're pretty low on ammo, so hopefully we'll be able to do with what we got. Alrighty, so it seems we're on a P-47B right here, so I'm taking some shots at it. And a few of my rounds hit the canopy of it, and it just set it on fire, which was actually quite amazing right there. It tends to fly on for quite a bit longer and just blows up everything, but that's alright. We'll just try taking him out right here. He goes ahead and crashes into the ground, and we land ourselves another kill. Kind of epic how he's just flying on fire right there. I kind of love those kills because it's more cinematic, and you know, it's just a cooler kill instead of them just blowing up or whatever. More realistic, I feel. I don't know, but yeah, it was kind of epic right there. And then I can't really strafe these tanks out right here because I'm out of 40 millimeters, so I might as well like kamikaze or something. But it doesn't really seem to work too well. Forgot to say bonsai. Shoot, someone edit that in. Shoot, how did this happen? Alright, so for whatever reason, it seems that all my bullets are missing. Not sure why. It's probably because I'm overshooting or undershooting, I don't know. But we still end up with the kill right there, crashing into that little island. Pretty epic, but those were just terrible shots on my part. I'll have to figure out how to aim this thing a little bit better, so I guess back to more tank strafing. Alright guys, that's going to go ahead and conclude this video. It is late at night. I finished this at around 1, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. I gotta keep my voice a little down. So yeah, if you enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Also guys, t-shirts coming out, so make sure you go ahead and get one when they come out tomorrow, maybe. And until then, I'll see you guys next time.